Mr. White. We're starting to cook math. So, yeah, we're doing the same stuff over and over again. You know what Vast said? Insanity is when you do the same thing over and over again, expecting it to change. Anyway, this exercise, should not be that hard. Just you got this n, which must be higher or equal to 1. So I'm gonna pick 1, start off. So then you just put instead of n1, but you know that b1 is 5, so then you have b1 in that expression, so put 5 over there. And then you do like the same stuff, you get first result, then you do the same thing, you get b2, you put your b2, and stuff like that. I don't think you need to work with a ratio here and so on. It should be fine. So like I said, we work like this for now. So it's b2. We'll start off with that. And then you have this. You plug in the 5 and you get 2 times minus 4, and that's exactly minus 8. So you get that. Now we do same thing with n equal 2, so it's gonna be b2 plus 1, so you just essentially find b3 right here. Yeah, so that's b3 right there. You do this calculations again, so it's gonna be 2 times 10, 9, so that's gonna be 18. Okay, now we do like 3 up until it's essentially 5, I think, because it's gonna be 5 plus 1, and so we get what we need. So that's gonna be 2 times minus 17 minus 34. So it's gonna do it like till the end. Now 2 times 1 minus 34, so that's gonna be plus 34. So that's gonna be 70. Now the last one, which calculates b6, is gonna be 2 times minus 69, so that will be minus 138. So that's the response right there. So we got this. Now we basically move on. Probability. So she takes a look at the examples here. She thinks around. Let's see. Okay, so the problem is, so basically there's an exam, 2 exams coming up, which can be organized in 2 ways, offline or online. The probability that the first exam will be offline is 4 on 5, and probability that the second exam will be basically offline is 3 divided by 4. Find probability that at least one of these exams will be basically offline. So yeah, so we got one event, like first exam is 4 divided by 5 offline, and second It's going to be 3 divided by 5. So essentially you can write down two dots. One's like the first exam, the second dot is the second exam. Okay, so I think we need to understand the probability of the first exam to not be held offline, so basically online. To do that, we need to do 1 minus 4 divided by 5, and the same thing for the second, which is A2 essentially. So basically you start off with fucking check marks. You have the two circles, right? First circle is first exam, second circle second exam. So in first circle you put a check mark, so it's offline. The second one is X online. Now there's another chance that first one will be X online and second one offline, and there's a chance that both of them will be offline, so both of them got check marks. So basically when it's check mark, you take the 4 divided by 5 in the first event, and essentially actually there's 2 exams, so I think we gotta do like this twice and stuff. So maybe 4 circles, cause first exam, like, cause the first exam can be either online or offline, and the second exam can be either online or offline. So perhaps 4 circles, but anyways, when there's check mark, you put 4 divided by 5 in the event that's first, and then second event, you know how it is. And if it's X, you just put what you get from 1 minus and the event type, 4 divided by 5 or 3 divided by 4. And that's the M. Now we need to find the N, total amount of cases. So you got 2 exams in 2 ways. So, well, perhaps 2 exclamation mark times 2 exclamation mark, I don't know exactly. Something like that perhaps. So instead of A, he put a E and stuff. So he has written down everything. Okay. Now the anti will be like when it's online, 1 divided by 5, which is quite a small chance. And on that it's gonna be 1 divided by 4, right? Okay. So he proceeds to do like 2 circles. So like I said, first one plus is offline, and second one minus when it's online, and then we do same thing, but now it's inversed, and also it's working out when they're both offline, because at least one of them must be offline. Okay, now probability of first, so we do have two exams like that, so yeah, we need only 2 circles, now 4, because 2 exams like that. Yeah, now this is the second exam right there, and it's online, so we put 1 divided by 4, so plus, and now first exam online, that's going to be 1 divided by 5 times 3 divided by 4, and then plus 4 divided by 5 times 3 divided by 4. That's essentially what's going to be here. But what he says about the probability is this, like, don't we need to like divide and stuff? Isn't the formula applied here, like n divided by m, 4 on 20 plus 3 on 20 plus 12 on 20, that's 19 on 20. So it's a really high probability. So that's how you do it. I mean, that exercise was actually easier than I fucking expected. So, well, did I watch this? I think I watched this. Bro, I think I watched this. Yeah, I kind of watched this. Let's watch this one, 2-hour live stream. That's pretty top G. Alrighty. Close fucking live stream chat. Okay, subtitles. Okay, still hasn't started yet. Okay. So, let's see here. Start off right here. So starts the first one. Alright, and this one's pretty easy. 0.5, that's essentially 5 divided by 10, and then you can split it. It's gonna be 1 divided by 2, and minus log in the base you put 2 on power 3, and the 27, that's 3 at the power 3. So you got 2 3 of power 3, so that's essentially gonna kind of, I don't know, cancel out, and then we work from there. With log it's harder, but I think it's fine, and you should be getting something like basically 2 divided by 3 or 3 divided by 2. We'll see. I gotta practice this shit more. So basically this part I know, 3 power 3. Yeah. So he basically explained how you get 3 power 3 out of 27, but just 3 times 3 times 3. And yeah, we work with those powers. Okay, so up front like that. And they go like this, 3 divided by 2. Log 3 3, that's basically 1. So it's gonna be 1 divided by 2 minus 3 divided by 2. So that will be minus 2 divided by 2, which is minus 1. So that's minus 1 right here. No issue. Max points, I'm the best. Okay, now perhaps gonna go and do the second exercise, I don't really know. So let's see this one. Okay, second exercise. Basically find the formal algebraic form of z. Basically the algebraic form is a plus b and times I. Basically the b, that's like the imaginary, and a is the real part of a number. So we know that z is 3 minus 1 divided by 1 plus 1, and out of second power is minus 1. So basically to solve this exercise, I think we need to time it to 1 minus 1. Basically 1 minus 1 divided by 1 minus 1. Why? Because we are going to multiply everything, and we're going to get out of second power, so then we replace that with minus 1, and so from there. So this one's not that hard. Bro, he's got that shirt. You see this man that's teaching, and he's glitching out because of the camera. There's too many whatever squares and lines on that shirt. And yeah, I think tomorrow we'll do like a bigger live stream. Like today we're starting from now. It's gonna be like 6 hours today, 5 hours. Tomorrow perhaps like 11 hours, 12 hours. And then after tomorrow, boom boom, 12 hours to 12 hours. So yeah, I mean that's what I expect, but of course anything can happen. But you can say like, oh yeah, 100% is gonna be like that. So yeah, it's gonna be like that. So then, like I said, we multiply like this, parentheses. Now we remove parentheses. It's gonna be 3. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to talk today, but anyways, we'll see. 3 minus 3i, yeah. Then minus 1i. I mean, you don't have to write down the 1 because it's clear that the 1 is there. But anyways, like, you can do it. This guy does it all the time. So 2i's, I times I, that's I to the second power. And because there's 2 minuses, that's going to be plus. Now we've got 1 minus 1i, essentially there. Here's some kind of example that he gave. Okay, now let's move on. Let's see what we have here. 1 minus 1i plus 1i. Essentially multiply that. Now lastly, minus I to the second power. You see we've got this I to the second power. We plug in minus I. Keep in mind the sign change. Do some fraction division so that we get like a algebraic form that's nice and crispy. And that's it. We get minus 3i minus 1i, that's going to be minus 4i. And then the other second power just becomes minus 1. And now part below, they cancel out those terms, and because it's minus I minus again, it's gonna be plus 1. So essentially it's that. There we have 2 minus 4i, 2 below. So now we split it. It's gonna be 2 divided by 2 minus 4i divided by 2. So that's essentially it's gonna be 1 minus 2i. And that's essentially like the best form, max points. This is like a really easy exercise. I've done 10,000 of these, so yeah, I think I have no issue with this one. Thanks. Let's go with the next one. Next thing here. Alrighty. So now let's see what we work with. Perhaps now he's gonna solve geometry. Okay, geometry problem. So there's BK. You see the line, and essentially it's kind of line that where the angle B is. In that point, it splits the angle in two. So it's the triangle ABC and AC. The line below basically has AK equal to 4 centimeters and KC 2 centimeters. It's gonna write that down in the drawing. And yeah, like in this test you get like a drawing printed, so you don't have to fucking use pencils and shit. But I guess like if you have to complete something with a line, you could fucking grab a pencil. And find perimeter of this triangle, this big triangle, knowing that BC, which is essentially the line from the right, is 3 centimeters. This is like the first geometry problem, so it should be the easiest one. Okay, so perhaps here we're gonna use Pythagorean theorem and so on. Now we don't really know an angle, it's not given. Well, we can understand first thing first, like we just think AC, because we know AK and KC, so plus the matter is gonna be AC, so it's gonna be 6. We know BC, yeah, so you could think that we can find AB with the Pythagorean theorem. But here you have to prove that the B is 90 degrees in total in the triangle ABC. And you can see kind of that let me see. To me, bruv, it looks like it's gonna be the AB essentially 5. Stuff like that, I don't know. Because if it's a Pythagorean theorem and BC is 3, the AC is 4. Actually, it's not gonna be that, so I thought that's like fine thing of Pythagorean that it goes like 3, 4, 5 and stuff like that plus 1. Well, the triangle KBC I see here kind of, I think it's like with angle basically like, I don't even know if B is like 90 degree. Let's see this shit. It's taking too long to think out. I don't even know like if it's stuff at the end is like correct and stuff, but anyways. So we got a 3 here. AC is 6 centimeters, but that's basically what I said from the fucking start. So that's gonna be 6 centimeters right there. Okay. Now what? Alright, so basically, I don't know if he moved down or what. Well, I guess he wanted to get some points from there and he moved on. Okay, that's fine enough. Let's see. We've got exercise 9 now. We have 4 numbers, 2 minus 1 minus 4 minus 7. I think I did this one already. I know it's done, it's pretty easy. So basically from 2 to minus 1, that's exactly minus 3. It's clear, so you got four terms, so you gotta now find 5th, 6th, 7th, so basically minus 9, and you get it. Like, it's pretty simple like that. Like this one's like 2nd grade in China. So yeah, I really have no issue here. Minus 10, minus 14, so that's like the 6th term, minus 16, that's 7th term, and that's in minus 16. Okay, so we're going to the next one. Ratios and stuff. I mean, ratios, that minus 3, I don't know if you have to write it down, perhaps no. That's like mathematical form, I don't really think that's necessary. It's like bullshit mathematical form, so yeah, I don't really need it. So, yeah, you can solve it like this, whatever. I'll move on from here. Alright. So now we're gonna solve exercise 3 in equation, max points, 8 points. So basically, this one solved. You just time in diagonal like it's shown here, and yes, random that's smaller than 0 this thing. So basically get what you get, you solve, and so on, and define x. Perhaps put everything to the second power on both sides to remove the square root and stuff like that. Basically, you gotta solve for x. And so you get this here. 3 minus is gonna be minus. You move a thing to the right. Yeah, but the only thing I can think of here is to turn everything to the second power to fuck up the square root. Like, yeah, like, what else can I do? I mean, DVA, right, perhaps when you have a square root, you take the thing under the square root, so 1 minus x, and I think it's gonna be here, 1 minus x bigger or equal to 0, so you're gonna find out that x is basically bigger or equal to, or smaller or equal to 1. We'll see based on the signage. I don't know if we'll have to do like some interval here. So basically I got this sign right. So it's gonna be minus x bigger or equal to minus 1, and you switch you remove a minus, and then you switch the symbol of an equation. So this is like the graph that he's shown. And now he's gonna switch the symbol of the equation, and you get that x must be smaller or equal to 1. So it's like an example I was done. Okay, now that's done. Got DVA and stuff. Put everything to the second power, so it's gonna be 1 minus x smaller than 4. Find out x, it's gonna be some interval. Put DVA in the interval. And find where they intersect the intervals, and that's gonna be like your response. So 1 minus x is smaller than 4. Basically minus x is gonna be smaller than 3. So you switch the sign again. It's gonna be x bigger than 3. Then minus 3, because this is all the signs. Now I don't think we have to do like the line again. Basically DVA is like x must be smaller or equal to 1, and here we basically have some values within that interval. So now we do like graph and stuff. You put where the dots, basically the dot of that's to the left, the x minus 3. So it's without a line minus 3. So non-colored circle and colored circle, whereas with a line on the DVA, where's 1. So color that. Now it's smaller, so it goes to the left from 1, and from minus 3 it's higher, so it goes to the right. So basically the interval will be, solution will be equal with from circle parentheses from minus 3 till 1, and whereas 1 is going to be parentheses that is with basically not circular, as it is a color circle like that. So essentially you write that down, minus 3 1, and you put the parentheses right, and you get max points, of course. Like what else is gonna happen? Alright, so perhaps now we'll go move on to the PX, but I don't really know. I mean, PX should be like not that hard, like bruv. Okay, so what do you have here now? Okay, start at first thing first, bruv. We got PX, right? So you gotta find like what you get after division on x plus 2, knowing that x is equal to 1, it's like a root of this polynomial. Yeah, gotta check something out. No, I ain't gotta check nothing. This is stupid notification. So, yeah, moving on. Math all day, every day, for some time of my life. Uh, so, first thing what I'm gonna do, x plus 2 equals 0. Now, I'll get that x is minus 2. Now, that's basically the algorithm. No need no DVA, no lines right here. So now you gotta do p of minus 2. Then instead of x, do minus 2. And basically get a value. It's gonna be with unknown a. So you equal that with 1, because you know x is 1. So you get a from there. And then you do like, again, I think p of minus 1, you put the a, plug in, and get value, put it in here, something like that. If it's not exactly correct, but I try my best. So actually I think we have to do like so if it's x equal 1, then it's like that. If it's x equal with 1, then we have to do that with 1. Alright, so not exactly correct like I said, but anyways. So we're gonna have that 1 minus a plus 2 basically equal with what? Basically 0, right? Something like that. Minus a what? Yeah, minus a, cause bro, cause why? Get like a notification I got again. Come on, let me see. Got a notification. Right, back in track. Let's see what I got there. Like I said, it's pretty confusing here. OBS told me that I got like some dropped frames. Like, come on, man, I got Ethernet, not Wi-Fi, Ethernet hooked up. Streaming like this, you stream like 6 hours, I stream on 6 platforms, like thereabouts. It's gonna take like 100 gigabytes of bandwidth upload. But I don't care, I got unlimited. So, yeah. Now here, why is it equal with minus A? Oh, because it's that and whatever, something like 1 plus 1 is 1 and 1 minus A, and so we just written down 1 minus A. No, plus 3. Yeah, because, god damn it, man. Fucking shit. With 0 equal to 0. So we do that, huh? So minus A is minus 3, and A is gonna be 3. So basically now that this is 3. Okay. Now P of X, we just plug in the A. Now step 3. Okay. So basically, in order to accomplish step 3, we need to equalize this with 0. So, I mean, x plus 2 equal to 0 here. X is going to be minus 2, so now we do P of minus 2 with A plugged in. I mean, initially I got like the idea mixed up, but it's kind of right. So it's gonna be there minus 8 minus 12 plus 2. Okay, so that will be minus 18, so that will be essentially the response. Yeah, that's it, like the final response right here, minus 18. And you have to write down like R equal to that. It's alright. So moving on from here. Okay, so start off cos. I mean, should I really watch this cos things? Should I actually watch this cos things? I mean, I guess I could watch them fast like this. X is gonna be 0, then that's gonna be that. Okay, now what? Deviate of that. Move down from there. So I don't know if it's gonna do this one. Basically, you have a triangle ABC where we have AM and BN, the lines. So these lines are basically lines that split the line they project onto in two, and AM and BN are basically intersecting in such a way that forms a 90-degree angle at their intersection. AM is 9, BC is essentially 10. Find cosinus of angle ABC, so basically B I don't really know the cosinus formulas and shit like this. I mean, we can understand what the OM is. It's half AM, and basically the BC also like the same stuff. So basically done like that. BM MC5. Bro, he moved again, man. Let's see. So we wrote down the function. Basically exercise like this. R in 2 in R, something like that. Wrote down function instead of fx. Find like something that goes up on plus infinite of graph h. Okay. Like here, I don't know if perhaps we're gonna like solve this, and instead of x we're gonna put 2, stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be like we'll have their stuff like that, and we'll just work with this expression for now. We're not gonna plug in like some stuff for now. We're gonna work with it. So minus 3x plus 2 and x power 3 minus 8. So there, simplified, it's gonna be this. Below it's minus 8. You can write down that like 2 power 3. So get x at third power minus 2 at third power. So basically it goes further for now. I think it's gonna do 11 now. So you have 4 red balls, 3 green balls, and from your balls you take randomly 2 balls. Find probability that the balls extracted will have different colors, so basically red and green. We only have balls of red and green colors here. So this one is like P of A equal of m divided by n. N is going to be like the total case, so we have 7 balls in total, 4 plus 3. You take out 2, so it's going to be combinations from 7 below and 2 on top. Now, in terms of n, you're gonna do like C of 4 because you got 4 red balls, and have a top 2 because you take out 2. And same thing, C of 3 green balls, and you take out 2 because you gotta be both colors. And then you solve this stuff, and that's it. I mean, don't think you have to write down like 7 circles and you take out. Yeah, so I think it's done like that. Like, what else is done here? 100% is done like that. Take out 2 balls right here. Okay. So essentially B is that. So basically the formula, that's like a formula. N is going to be essentially, I got 7 balls, you take out 2. So you're going to have 7 exclamation mark. Then you have 2 exclamation mark. 7 minus 2 is going to be 5 exclamation mark. Where you have that and then this. I mean, you could simplify already. So you got that, and now it's going to be 21 because 6 divided by 2 is 3. So you got 21, that's the n. Now we got to find out the m. Okay, so to find out the m, essentially, what you have to do, is it done like this? What? No way it's done with circles, bro. Yeah, like, I mean, you could work with some circles of 1, 3 of 1. Bro, what the fuck, man? It's like this. I said like this essentially, but not of 1, of 2, because I've always tracked 2 bolts, but I guess like we got 1 extraction for each, so that's why it's of 1. Yeah, I fucked up a bit here, but anyways, I'm gonna work it out. So when it's of 1, it's like just this and boom and that. So that's that, and it's 4 divided by 7. Okay, it's 4 divided by 7 right there. So that's the final response. Okay, now what are you gonna do? Essentially, what? Let's see. What are you gonna do now? 1 point here. So it's gonna work from here, huh? Let's see. Remove. Later. Boom. Later. Okay, so you gotta find out this X part. Yes, but is exactly what I am trying to find out. Essentially the X part. And now what? Oh, like that formula, huh? So like that formula. So it's gonna be 12 equal to x, so x is gonna be 6, so essentially this is just 6. And now perimeter, 6 plus 3 plus 6. That's easy, that's 15 centimeters. And that is done right here. So we move on from here. Just gonna perhaps do this. A point from exercise 10. See what it does here. Some kind of derivation and stuff. F derivative of x is going to be essentially all of this derivative. So that'll be 6, no, not 6, 3 x power of 2 up there. stuff like that. Um, let's see. Perhaps I can take the 1 divided by 3 up front. 3x power 2, okay, so like that, divided by 3. Minus 1. So that is simplified, so just get x to the power of 3. Y power 3, what's 2? Okay, so 2. Now equalize to 0, so you get that x second power 1. Now here, x can either be 1 or minus 1, because if you get a number of minus 1 and put a second power, it's essentially just going to be 1 once again, so you get that. Now you put minus 1 and 1 over there, like the two values that I got. And you got 3 intervals, and you're trying to find out if it's positive or negative, I suppose. So now if you put a number from there 0, it's going to be negative. If put for example 2 is going to be positive in that expression, x second power minus 1. So positive over there also, so goes up like that. So the maximum point is going to be minus 1, the minimum point is going to be 1. So x minimum is 1 and x max is minus 1. So that's essentially max points, and we move on from here. So now we're gonna do like this stuff with functions and so on. Okay, so let's see exactly what it does now. So I don't know why it's written down. Vertical. So it's going to be that the thing below the fraction is equal to 0. So it's equal to 2. Stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. Limit x to the infinite, just put that. Now basically what? Infinite on infinite is going to be, so you put x to power 3 up front and you got this, what? You just divide like this, huh? And there you also divide like this, divided by that. What the hell is this, man? So plus infinite, and now what? Simplify that. That's gonna be 1. That will be that. That will be this. That. Here I have 1. Why 1, man? X to the power 3 divided by x to the power 2. That is 1. I thought it's gonna be x. 0, 0, 1. So I guess it just showed how it's done. I don't know if you had to go that long here. Y is 1 here. Let me see what else is here. Like this geometry problems probably do. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now, bro? But what the fuck is gonna do now? So you've got x equal 1, x minus 1. You got a function. Here I guess you gotta do 1. You put instead of x 1 and then minus 1 and then what you get. Stuff like that. I don't know if you'll have like DVA and stuff here. But it looks like you have to equalize this to 0. So that'll be that. So it's gonna be this. Now we move it there, is gonna be this. Okay, power of 2 and so on. So x is gonna be 0 and x power of 2 minus 3 is gonna be 0. I suppose like this. So x power 2 is gonna be 3, so x is gonna be plus minus square root of 3. You pop the interval there. Square root of 3 and so on. Cannot be equal to minus 1 till 1. So you got minus 1 there, 1 there, 0 there. Alright. So 1 divided by 16 minus 1 divided by 2 minus there. From where you got 1 divided by 16 minus 1 divided by 2. From where exactly did he give us? Is this like an example? So minus 1 divided by 8, okay. Divided by 3. Okay. Minus 1 divided by 24 plus 1 divided by 2. So it's plus over here, minus over here. So what is here? Minus 1 divided by 8. Well, if it takes, I don't know exactly from where he takes the minus 1 divided by 8 and then divided by 3. From where exactly does he take that? Let me check this out. I'll be back. Anyways, I don't know if why I watch this like more complicated stuff. I don't really need this. Okay, now I know. It's actually that you just take minus 1 divided by 2 and you put it instead of x, so that's why it's minus 1 divided by 8, and that's why you get a plus here, and then you get a minus over there, because you gotta take like without the negative sign, so it's gonna be like this. So I guess now he shows that we can also do like with integral or what? Like what exactly, man? What the hell? What the hell, man? This and that and this and that. Show me another thing. It's gonna do this. X power 4 divided by 12 divided by 12. Yes, because 4 times 3. That's from minus 1 till 0. And now, essentially, we do the same exact thing with the second one, which is exactly the same. So just copy and paste that, but here's not going to be from minus 12 till 0, it's going to be from 0 till 1. So that will be 0 minus 1 divided by 12 plus 1 divided by 2. And now minus again. 1 divided by 12 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 0. So there I have basically I need to do this, and so I've got this, got that, simplification, and it will have minus 1 minus 2 divided by 12. Yes, that is stuff here, right? That is the stuff. And that it is 5 divided by 6. Okay. So that is essentially 5 divided by 6 and stuff. It's pretty hard to remember, I don't know. I gotta watch this. Now this is like the 12th exercise. If n is 9, what is k? So essentially we write that expression like this. Power 9, we know this formula. So essentially k should be understood like this. It's gonna be t8 plus 1 as far as I know. So 9k there, 9 minus k, and minus x minus 2 the power of k. So what we need to do here is to have the same base so that we can work with the powers. 9 minus k times there. We have two minuses, so what do we do here? Minus 1k. What? It works like this. Or just we take a minus from there, put like this, and then we've got an x and power minus 2k, so that's how you deal with the minus up front. Huh? Okay. So we've got that. Now from here we do the next step. So minus 1k and C 9k there, minus 1k, good, that's up front, C9k, and that with that will be 9 plus, no, minus 3k. So minus k minus 2k, that'll be 9 minus 3k, huh? That'll be that. X to power 9 minus 3k. So what, that's it, huh? No way. So basically, actually here we have to find the term that is not contained here, so perhaps that is a term that is not equal to 0, perhaps like x to the power 0, huh? So that expression of power of x equal to 0, bro, no way to remember this. Or to remember this, I'll need to be doing like 150 more hours of this. I don't need this stuff, man. T to the power 4. This is some like how you give like the points and stuff. T the 4th thing. Like, come on. Minus 1 to the power 3. C and 9 and 3 in there. X to the power 0. 3 plus 1 because we got that k. Now we just put it like within the formula. We know that x is kind of, just write it down like that. Y minus 3 minus 1 to the power 3. Oh, we put it up front like that, huh? Okay, so that's from that formula. That is from that formula, and that's minus 84 right there. Okay, now we've got a problem with a pyramid scheme. Okay, not a pyramid scheme, just a pyramid. But no, he's gonna finish this one perhaps. Okay, so if he's gonna finish this one, then got a 5 there, a 5 here, a 9 there, AM is 9. So I went over this one a bit. Basically, we need to find the cosinus of that angle, right? Stuff like that. So let's see what I can do here. Alright, AO 2OM. Yes, and that's 4.5. What? Divided by 3? Oh, because there's like a formula for that. Oh my god. No way, bro. AO is 6. Alright. AO is 6 and I don't give a fuck. CTP in triangle BOA. Yes, that is BOM. Well, we know BM and we know OM, so we can find BO. So that'll be 4 because of some thing here, like that expression and stuff. Now in BAO, essentially it's going to be what? Like, it's going to be B8 of second power equal with 46 plus 16 right here. So it's going to be essentially 2 square root of 13. So this will be 2 square root of 13 centimeters. If you wrote down 2 square root of 3, what? You took this triangle, ABM, you took it out, got this 13 right here. And what can we say here? 9 to the second power is equal to that. 25 plus 4 times 13. I guess. Why should I care about that? 25 plus 52 is 77. What, man? It's like some explanation right there, I guess. This is like some cos formula, like what the hell, man? Some cos formula. 9 to the second power is equal to this, that, and minus 2 times this and times that. Okay, whatever. Let's see what else is here. Resizing it. Putting it over there. Like this. We've got an 81. We've got a 25. Formula and stuff. Minus 2. Minus 10 is going to be 20. 13. 3. Bro, he put a 3 again instead of 13. Like, whatever. So that's to the left, that's to the right. So that's 52 minus 81. So that'll be 77 minus 81. So that's going to be like minus 4. And now working with cos, it's going to be that. It's going to be this, and it's going to be this. Alright, so when will this end? Like, how many exercises are left here? Still got a bit more work to do here. A bit more work to do here. My square root of 13 divided by 65. Okay, man. Okay. Jesus Christ. I don't need this stuff. Why am I even watching this complicated stuff? I guess I can grasp like a finger or two, but no way, man. I'll learn this shit till the end. I'll leave this stuff to the geeks, man. Can't take the crown. So we got a pyramid, like I said. The area is equal to 36 centimeters square. Find the height of the pyramid, knowing that the area of basically the side is 60 centimeters square. Okay, now here like you apply the formula and stuff, so yeah. So that will be actually the area of base is that, so AD is like 6 centimeters and everything 6 because it's a square like that. So yeah, this part was actually pretty easy. Now the area of a side triangle, we know that. So if we do like this diagonals, you pop a height right there. He cannot make the line straight. Bro, that's funny. That's the first funny thing. around here. Okay, sorry man, that's funny. So we got a over, we got a v what vm. So basically we need to find out what vm is, what om is, and we can understand what the height is based on that. So we can see some formulas here and so on. So right here we've got 4. That's the formula of triangle AVD. DAV can also be written like that. That's basically the side triangle of pyramid. So this is how it's written down. AD times VM. That's like a formula right there. So it's gonna be 2 times 6 right there times VM equal to 12 VM. And that'll be equal to 30 to 60 because that's the area that we got given. So that would be 5. VM is 5. So good shit. Now we know VM is 5. Like I said, we gotta understand what OM is. I don't know if we'll be doing like some circle stuff here. No way we'll be doing some circle stuff. This geometry problem is hard, mate. Like no way. MO basically DC divided by 2. Bro. Oh yeah, I mean like it's a square, like that's easy. Now we understand that VO is 4, cause that's 3, that's 5, so that's 4. So that's 4. So we're done here, I guess. So back here. Now back to this fucking last thing, trigonometry and stuff. We do like plus here, minus somewhere. I shouldn't watch this like stuff like with hard stuff. Focus on the stuff that's like for me, like second grade in China, third grade. So we done that, we passed the test, boom, I don't need to ace it. So guys, goodbye forever. 0 till 3, because like that and whatever. So now cos is that is that, and that's like a formula right there, and I don't really care. Okay, boom, pop that and this and that. Skip it, man, skip this ad. I don't need this in my life. Smaller equal to 3, minus 2 over there. X is that, X is 2. Like, come on, man. 0, 2, 3. Amazing. Because DVA is that. Absolutely amazing, huh? So let me find another video. My level and stuff. So, be right back. BRB, whatever. I found this video should be just good enough with like simpler items and stuff. Pop this, pop that. I already set everything up. I don't know why this link. Okay, so why this link keeps showing up in the bottom left corner. Like, come on. Come on, bro. Whatever, fuck this link. So, it's free, square root of 81, like that, free up front. And, I mean, this one looks pretty easy, bro. 9 to the power 1 divided by 6. I mean, free up front there. It means that we need a number that, at a power 3 that gets 81, so what number is that? Well, I don't know if there's a number for that. Like 3 of power 3, that's what? That's 27. So 3 of power 4, that's fucking 81. So fucking I guess we could like put 3 of power 4 there. So then we'll have 4 divided by 3 up front, and then a 3 over there at the top, and then below we have a 9, so we'll put that 3 of power of 2, so it'll be 3 of power of 2 divided by 6, and then we'll work from there. 2 divided by 6, how much is that? Whatever, we'll see. I guess we can put it out front. I ain't got my formula sheet and so on. 81, 9, work with freeze, I guess, stuff like that. Yeah, explanation and stuff. 9 power 2, yes, yes, yes. So we're working with freeze, like I said. And there it is, that power. Excellent. Now we got a 3 there. Add of power 4 divided by 3, so like I said. And here is going to be 3 of power of 2 divided by 6. Okay. And like if it's divided, then like this means that we can flip this, so it'll be 3 of power 4 divided by 3 times 1 divided by 3 of power 2 divided by 6, something like that. I don't know if we should do like this. Like, will we be able to just divide with powers, like work with powers like that? Like 4 divided by 3 divided by 2 divided by 6, or something like that, because we got the same base and stuff. What are we gonna do here? Yeah, that's 1 divided by 3. I mean, yes, that can be simplified. So we just fucking do the minus, huh? Okay, so that's that. So it's gonna be 3 of power of 1, so that's 1, because 4 minus, and then that's that, and that's this. Okay, so like, yeah, not so easy, bro. But you know what you expect here, bro? Bro, iPad blacked out. Test MD. He just fucking got his fucking ad shown there. Bro, I don't need paid services, trust me, bro. LOG, what LOG, man? He's just got a LOG from he's got an exercise from his site, I guess, right here. So got this LOG. Yes, if it's a square root of 2, you can put it like that. Square root is like power of 1 divided by 2, so put that. Now before, basically it's going to be 2 to the power of 2, so it's going to be 2 and 2, and there you'll have like up front 2 divided by 1 divided by 2, and then minus 4, because we got 2 and 2 there, bases, and there's 1, so on. Let's see it like this. Okay, got this, got that, whatever. I'm fine with it. So, that's that, bruv. That's that. I know this property. I don't even need my formula sheet. I've got it correctly. Boom, like that. That's flipped. That's gonna be 4. That's gonna be 1. 4 minus 4, that's 0. That is 0. Bro, that's like a 1. That's not a 4, mate. So, 4 minus 4 equals 0. Take that. Boom, that. Bro, it's the farthest one to the right, bruv. Farthest one to the right. Bro, what is doing, man? Hovering. So basically, in the order that this stuff is solved. So yes, it's solved like this, huh? Great. Amazing. So you have this. Okay, now this second exercise is supposed now we're actually moving out to something else. Or this. Basically explain that I need 25 points to pass, which is like four easy exercises. Hold up. 4 easy exercises and something more difficult. Okay, now what? He starts yapping about matrices and stuff. He sells his courses. Webinar. Bro, like it's just a teacher maxing out his profits, bro. Skip the ads. Skip the ads. Thanks a bunch. Skip the ads. Okay. Like there's an extension for YouTube to skip the ads and stuff, but it doesn't work all the fucking time and it's not that great. So I'm gonna have to skip myself, but anyway, it's not a big of a deal. So here, basically you know that I to the second power is minus 1. And essentially what must be done here is we have to understand what z with a line on top is. And that's really not that complicated, because the z with a line on top is just the normal z with a sign switched. And the z form must be like something like a plus bi, I with imaginary form and a real form. So you just multiply diagonally minus between these two, get like an expression. And if you have to, you multiply it with something like I plus 1 divided by I plus 1, and then you get something like I to the second power, replace and stuff. So for now I got this. I don't even know what I'll get here exactly, but we got this. That's 2i. So I know exactly that's going to be 4 minus I to the second power. But he's going to do like the long approach, because he usually does exactly that. Because you can see this middle part is going to be cut off, because plus 2i minus 2i, so come on. And then we have minus I to the second power. which is essentially -1, but we're not going to write that down right here. And -2i. That middle part simplifies, and instead of a minus out of second power, you're going to write down just 1, because there are two minuses and you put a 1, and so you will have essentially 5 minus 2i, which is exactly the form that you must get, and then z with a line on top is going to be 5 plus 2i, because just the sign has been changed. Nothing special here. We'll work around this. Okay, 4 plus 1 minus 2i, boom, that. Now basically do z with a line on top and so on. And essentially move on from here. A is 5, b is -2. So you got this z with a line on top. Exactly this. And to write down this in response, like what you got, but sign switched and so on. Max points, boom, super G. Now I guess we're gonna do exercise 3 or something like that, we'll see. We will absolutely understand this. Now geometry, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay. So it's gonna start now, perhaps. Like, come on, man. Come on, man, start already. Start reading the chat, man. Let's go. Yes, there's some theorem here. It's uncomfortable to have this kind of zoom, man. It's too much. It's too much, man. Yes, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 10. I didn't even read the condition yet because I was looking over something else. Okay, so essentially we got M and N, boom, like there, forming a line at the middle, and we got AB and BC, just like so. Triangle ABC, MB is 3, so split like that. BN is that, 4, boom, MN is 5, so that's 10. Find perimeter, you'll have 10 plus 6 plus 8, so you got it there. Like, you can find some formulas there, and boom, and that, and this, and that, and so on, and move on. 24 centimeters and stuff. Move on from here. Okay, so we got this thing here, boom, that. You just picked like the options here and the tests. So essentially what it does here is like Andrew Tate, he's streaming something just so you can buy his course. But I guess that's alright, because why would he stream? It's not fun. Just do it for money like I do it. And now we're on to exercise 9. Starts from 1. A1 is 2. Bro, I know exactly how this one's done. Like, I've done 10,000 exercises like this. 100%. I do know exactly how this exercise is completed. You just have to start with first number, 1. So you'll have A2 is equal with 2AN, which is A1, so that's 2 minus 3, get that. So I have A2, then you find A3 in the same way, and then you plus them out. Bro, this is preschool in China, bro. Of course it's a joke, but like, I mean, that's like not hard. I think a 5th grader is showing this, we'll be able to solve this, like no issue at all. another another ad webinar 250 MDL. You know how much is that in dollars? That's about 13 bucks, something like that. I mean, it's not much, but whatever. I mean, I can learn it for free. So 2a1 minus 3, so you'll have a2 is going to be equal with 4 minus 3, because 2 times 2 is 4, so that is equal with 1. Now we do the same thing. So now where's an, we'll have a2, so we'll substitute 1 there. So a3 is going to be 2a2 minus 3, boom. So I'll have a3 that is equal with 2 minus 3, so that will be essentially minus 1. So that's that. So now plussing them out is going to be 1 plus minus 1, which is essentially 0. Told you it's easy, man. 100% I knew it's easy. So bro, he's putting out polls, he's getting his chat there. He had a nicer OBS layout or something like that before in 2022. This is a 2024 stream. Bro, I thought I was saying like Eddie Ross 2023, whatever. Anyway, so next thing is what? I mean, this example that he has of ACT, something like that, it's quite a simple, like, okay, 0.04, how to solve that? I mean, year 25, like 5 to the power of 2, boom, it's going to be like, this 2 is going to go to the right, so it's going to be 5 at the power of 4x. And now 0.04, you could think that you can write this down like 0.2, because 0.2 times 0.2 is 0.04, so 0.2 at the power of 2, so put that thing there. But why would you put that? It's like 0.2 at the power of 2. I don't know. Or maybe just have to write it down like 4 divided by 100. I guess here we're working with power somehow, but we have to have like the same base and stuff, so we'll see about this. Yes, we have this, and equal with 4 divided by 4, so that will be 1 divided by 25. So now that we have 25 in the game, bruv, we can make it 5 at the power of 2. And flip around, but it's going to be 5 to the power minus 2. So we'll have basically all the same number at the base. So now we can work with numbers and find out what x is. Yes, I know that it will go exactly like this. Bro, I see is in his donations, like Mike donated like a lot of bucks. Whatever, it's fine. So that's that, that's this. He put that there. 1 plus 4x there. Yes, you can plus it out like this. So now we'll have 1 plus 4x is equal with minus 2. So now we'll have 4x is going to be equal with minus 3, essentially. So x will be equal with minus 3 divided by 4, and that's it. You cannot do anything no more, so that's that, huh? Yes. Solution, you write it down like that, boom, you get max points, because if you don't write down like that, you will not get max points, so that's fucked up, so we need max points. Boom, 41 points right there, 6 and stuff. Okay. Now it's this thing. So this inequation You start it off by finding DVA, because square root, thing under square root you put it greater or equal to 0, so x will be greater or equal than minus 2. And after that you just put the second power to both parts, you find out the interval of x, and then you put both on graph, and where they intersect, that's your interval, that's your solution. So this one's also pretty easy, got 3 points in my bank, super G. So that's on the graph right there, going up. Why it's a color point? Because we got greater or equal, so we got the line right there. So that's how you essentially work with it, from -2 till plus infinite. We got the circle right there. DVA, we got the interval. I didn't really know that we have to write down the interval like that. I just thought that we go like this and so on. Anyways, you skip that problem. Probably he thought that it's too hard, but I don't think it's too hard. Anyways, we got like a figure like this. We put like information, small base 4 square root of 3, big base 12 square root of 3. Now we know that the angle of a big base is 30 degrees, so we got that. We draw lines like this, put x there. Now we can find out basically I need to understand the diagonal of this thing. So that's basically from the bigger base, from the bottom left corner till the small base upper right corner. That's going to be diagonal. So basically, to find out what x is, 12 square root of 3 minus 4 square root of 3, basically big base minus small base. And now what you got left is like the two parts of a triangle, so they're the same, so you divide by 2, so you get what x is. And using 30-degree property, you will know that basically the height of this thing is going to be 2 times more than what we got of x. And now after that we can understand Pythagorean theorem and stuff like that of the thing to the left. So basically the triangle thing, that's like the hypotenuse is something like that. Diagonal exactly like, I don't know exactly, like something like, I don't know if we'll be able to apply Pythagorean theorem, we'll understand this, like, we'll see. So this will be essentially 4 square root of 3, because 8 square root of 3, so divided by 2, boom, that. So anyways, that was too complicated, so we're gonna be moving on. I don't know why I'm speaking too fast. I mean, probably I'm not speaking too fast. I mean, I can handle it, like, I got this, I got that, and we're just skipping this stuff. So now we're here in probability, boom, boom, boom. Like, we gotta work like really fast like that, because, you know, we gotta make the money, we gotta go there, go here, and so on. So we got essentially 5 numbers, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, and with these numbers there is a number essentially formed with all of them. So essentially each of these numbers must be 1 by 1, so we cannot repeat. Find probability that the last 2 numbers of formed essentially big number are not pair, I think it's called like that, because basically they have to be like a 1, 3, 5, something like that, not 2, 4, 6. You get what I'm saying. So here, what will be n? Well, right here n is like the total case numbers, stuff like that. Well, it's just gonna be like 5 exclamation mark, because you have this 5 numbers and they must be 1 by 1, they're switched around, so that's that. I think it's that. And now m is like the harder part, of course, but I can handle it. So to find out what m is, you've got, I think you can also use the circles. You got 5 circles representing each of the numbers, And so you write down that firstly, bruv, you will have that the first number can either be like when you get randomly like first number, it can be 5 probabilities, 5 exclamation mark, because there are all 5 numbers available. Now when the algorithm picks out the second number, we'll have 4 left, 4 exclamation mark. Now third number, 3 exclamation mark. Fourth number, it can only be... But hold up, mate. Yes, it's fine, because they don't repeat. It can only be basically not fucking basically, bro, this one's hard, fuck it. Let's see what it is. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, I could keep on guessing and so on, but you know, fuck this. Let's see. We'll do something else and so on. So we got a 5 right here. We do the times. So basically, like I said, 5 exclamation mark, like super understandable. That's 120. Now finding out M. So yeah, we got like 3 and 5 and 5 and 3. So it can either be this or that. Okay, so so there are like occupied, so we have 2 numbers occupied, so in this one can be 3, second one will be 2, last one will be 1, so like they'll be multiplied, and then we'll multiply with the row below and so on, and we'll get 3 to 1 multiplication, so that will be essentially 18 times 5. So that's essentially what? Where the 5 go? 6 plus 6? Well, yes. 6 plus 6 is 12. Oh, so he just simplified the 5 and the 3's and so on. Okay, so that's that. So that's 12. So the probability will be essentially 1 divided by 10, because we have 12 divided by 120, so we simplify that by 12, so we got that 1 divided by 10 exactly. So that's that, 1 divided by 10. Okay, so now I guess he's gonna fuck off, reclamate his like services and so on. I'm gonna find another exercise, I mean another video like this. Yeah, find another one.